That's a fish. He's on you. He's gone.
What are we doing wrong? You got him. You got him. There we go. We're hooked up. I'll just get out of the way here. What do you got going on there, Dan?
Got a little walleye. Oh, he came off right at the hole.
Came off. Oh,
how about it?
Oh, it's a big fish. There he is.
Yeah.
Got him. Just when you think he's ready for the net, he turns around. That was just a greedy fish. That wasn't angler skill. That's probably my favorite part, when you feel that tap and you set the hook and you feel that solidness. But he's heavy. Tell he's been eating pretty good out there.
And we got ourselves a good salmon.
People travel all over the world for these fish. So let's do that again.
And let's face it, the Niagara River is a buffet for fish.
Let's get him back in the water.
Setting the Hook with Brent Bochek is brought to you by Fish Envy and Live to Fish.
Hey folks, welcome to Setting the Hook. We're here on the Grand River this morning. I'm here with Dan from Live to Fish. How are you, Dan?
Good, Brent. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We're out fishing.
Yeah, I can't complain when you're on the water.
No, and you're actually fishing today instead of being behind the camera.
Yeah, it feels a little weird. These lights are pretty bright.
These lights are bright. We got, the sun just came up a little bit ago. We're out here dark and early. Get everything set up. And what do you say we catch a walleye or two?
That sounds like a good plan.
Let's get on them.
It came in too fast. Like it came up too fast.
Well, we're only 10 feet of water.
Yeah, I know.
Like 14 incher? What do you got on there?
Vibrato.
Nice.
That's my bait, man. I catch fish everywhere with it. I was dead sticking it, and then all of a sudden the weight was gone. He came up with just one hook in his mouth.
Right.
But like I saw it right at the edge, like just the one point of the trouble.
Oh, sun's coming up.
Starting to get nice in.
Oh.
He was all over it.
I didn't feel nothing.
I told you, I didn't feel my bite.
I like this rod. It's got a nice tip on it, and then it's got a lot of backbone.
They've come a long way. If you look at like the way fishing rods have gone, a lot of them are a lot longer now, especially because now we're using braid. There's no stretch in the braid. So you're getting longer rods and more flex in the rod. Or at least a more even flex in the rod.
To make up for the braid.
To make up for the braid, exactly.
To compensate.
Here we go. It's one like on the outside. Just the outside of the cone. You see how the bottom's like changing?
Yeah. Gotta bring him in.
He's there. Go.
I got him. Oh, there's one. Oh, we got him. We're hooked up, folks. Oh, here we go. Nice little walleye.
There to go, Brent.
Get a hold of him there.
There's another fish down there. I gotta get back down.
Whoa. If we can get that hook out of him.
We were just saying, we gotta get a couple.
You gotta get two
time,
walleye
that
here.
bite.
And you see one come in on the screen there, and he ate this jigging spoon with a minnow on it right away.
Now, is there a slot here, Brent?
There's no slot, but we're in the river. So there's actually, you're allowed 4 fish per day.
Okay.
We're on Lake Erie itself, you're allowed 6.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
yeah, nice little.
pretty little fish.
Yeah, you know what? The nice thing about here, you're gonna get small fish, you're gonna get medium fish, and you got a chance at a 10-pound plus fish as well. So that's maybe a little on the small side. Let him go, and let him get a little bit bigger.
Sounds good.
All right.
Did he whack it?
Yeah, you're good. I was wiggling it.
You're wiggling it? So Brent, the fish that are coming in here, are they coming in here to spawn? Do they winter in here, or?
Well, actually, these fish are following bait in here right now, coming out from Lake Erie. So there is resident fish in the lower river here, but also these fish come in. There's Lake Erie fish that come in, follow bait. We got big schools of shiners coming in here. We got big schools of shad in here. Smelt come in here as well.
So if it's Lake Erie fish, you mean some of those big guys are coming in?
Yeah, you actually got a chance of catching a 10-pound plus fish here.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty exciting. You never know what you're going to set the hook into.
Yeah.
Yesterday, a friend of mine was out here and he got a big catfish yesterday. He thought he had a 10-pound plus walleye on, and when he got it up to the hole, there was big old whiskers on him.
That must have been a surprise.
Yeah, but you know what? As long as it's a fish, who cares?
Yeah, they're pulling back. It's always fun, right?
Yeah. So we are a little cramped in here today, as you see. We're sitting in the ice set. It's about, what, minus 15 out there, probably?
It was about minus 15 when I got to a place this morning, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's kind of cold out here. We got the heater going. We got our flasher here so we can see fish coming in. And what do you got for a rod there, Dan? Fairly light action?
Yeah, it's classed as a medium light, but it's a pretty stiff medium light.
Right, it's more of a medium.
Probably more of a medium with a pretty soft tip on it.
I know this Fenwick I got here, it's a medium. It's got a real soft tip on it, like a fast tip, but it's got a lot of good backbone in it right here. So, you know, you can detect those light bites,
Yeah.
but when you set the hook, you can really give it to them. Another nice thing about being in the hut here, you know, I got 8-pound fire line on here.
Okay.
It's a braid, and being in the hut, it doesn't ice up on you.
Yeah, I've switched pretty much entirely to braided line when I'm ice fishing, and whenever I'm outside, I'm fighting that ice.
So what we're using right now is I have a jigging spoon on, and this jigging spoon's got some rattles in it. Depending on how you work it, you can make it do a lot of sound. Tipped with a minnow, sometimes half a minnow. Dan, you got more of a blade bait on.
Yeah, I'm fishing one of the Sibyl vibratos.
Okay. So and you have no bait on that.
No bait on that. I'm fishing it the way it is. It works pretty good as it is.
Right. Now I've got one fish on the on this, and you had a fish on that. So if one of us got 2 or 3 fish, we'd probably switch up both be using the same bait.
Yeah, for sure.
So
1 fish is a fluke, 2 fish is a
interesting.
pay attention, and 3 fish is a pattern. Well, we've seen about 4 or 5.
We've got 2.
Yeah,
They're fishing by themselves, though.
I'm telling you, I honestly do believe these 2 baits down there like that plays a factor in it. I used to always fish 2 lines, and my buddy looks at me one time, fish 1 rod. As soon as you get 2 rods going, something goes weird. They come in and they see one thing and they realize, I mean, I'm not saying all fish are like this, but out on Simcoe for sure, they come in and they see that second one and they realize something's not right. Like, what are the chances that I'm swimming through the middle of nowhere and all of a sudden there's 2 odd looking things? I think it's different if you're dropping live bait. So when you're out here filming with James, when we were doing the catfish, I noticed there was almost no visibility.
Right.
It seems much clearer.
Yeah, right now we have about 5 feet of visibility. Why that is, Dan, it's everything's frozen. And all the soil around here is clay.
Okay.
So you get a lot of runoff, right? So you get all that sediment layering in the water. So that's why we don't have much visibility in, say, the spring, summer, or fall even, especially after a rain.
Right.
But because everything's frozen right now, the water's actually clearing up. You're not getting the runoffs.
Nothing's going into the water.
Yeah, you don't get the runoff from the fields and everything.
All right.
All that clay. And there's a fish on screen.
Yep.
And so the water actually clears up in the wintertime. As I said, right now we got about 5 feet of visibility, which is pretty good.
Oh, I missed him.
Did he bump you?
Yep, on the way down. As soon as my line got tight, it went tight, loose, tight. So that's the second fish that's came up with my bait.
Right.
What kind of bait is it that's coming in here? Do you know?
There's smelt in here, shad and shiners. And then I cleaned the fish yesterday that had 2 shad in it.
Yeah, that's a fish. That's not me. He's on you.
Come on.
Yeah, he's on you. Go back to him. So, because we're using a 3-color flasher, so it tells me where that fish is in reference to the cone. So I'm using the colors, like as the color gets closer to green and smaller, he's moving away.
Right. Still there.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to move in and see what happens.
Oh! I just missed one. That sucks.
He's still there.
I don't know if I got a minnow on still or not, so. I had hooks into him.
Oh, you had hooks in him?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's another fish with him.
No, my half minnow's still there. Good.
He's still there though.
I know.
What's he doing? Where's my bait? Yeah. There you go. He's on you.
There he is. Got him. Oh, another
there you go.
walleye. I was watching my run. I never looked down, and all of a sudden he's out of the hole. I was just about to look down, and we were only sitting in 10 feet of water, right? So as soon as he set the hook, I was probably, what, 3 or 4 feet up already?
Oh, yeah.
So he was only 7 feet down when he did hit. But one of the really interesting things is we seen him on the screen there. We kept lifting up on him, jiggling, we're lifting up. And I could see him right on my bait on the flasher, and he ate it.
This really shows the importance of like good electronics, right?
Yeah, because otherwise we would have just been jiggling. Without electronics, we would have just been sitting there jiggling it.
No idea he was even there.
Not knowing he was there. And it's when you're moving your bait away from the fish, it's quite often when they try to grab it.
Right. They don't want that meal to get away.
No.
I know the feeling.
Now I had a hit just before I got this one as well, so.
Well, that's real interesting. Look at, is that mud or is it just dark? That's actually mud.
That's actually mud on him there. So he's actually had his belly right in the bottom there, eh? He's been sitting in the mud.
Or is that poop?
No, I don't think it is. I think that's mud.
We'll put him back.
Let that one go again. There he goes.
It's interesting here. Everyone's fishing pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. You're hearing everyone's how everyone's doing and everyone communicating with each other. Really helps you to like adjust to what you're doing.
Yeah, if you hear a guy catching fish, right?
Yeah, we got one on bottom now.
Oh.
Sorry.
Every time we try to talk, Dan, we see a fish on bottom.
That is a good interruption. Yeah, communication is such a big part of fishing. Right up to you. Right up to you.
There he is. That's him down below. So you go. That's. Oh, I just got tapped.
Did our lines get tangled?
No,
Are you on bottom?
not anymore. I am now.
That's him coming up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Maybe he was coming up to me.
What's going on?
You don't have a minnow, so he was coming up to me. I thought he was coming up to you.
Well, I remember I said I got tapped.
Yeah. Yeah, he took your minnow. He's back on me. He's back on me.
Catch him, Daniel. And that's just one thing, point we should make. We got about 5 inches of ice here. It's good, clear ice. It's fresh ice. It's been out here for just over a week now. I want to say it's safe ice, but no ice is safe ice. You always got to make sure when you're coming out on the ice that, I wear my flotation suit. I got to pull down now, but I got my flotation suit out. Coming out this morning, we're spudding our way. Ice fishing can be a lot of fun, but there are safety precautions you should always take.
Always carry picks with me.
On our sleds, I have a very long rope. It makes it easier to pull the sled, but also it's a safety rope. So if something unforeseen happened, if you're walking and you actually went through the ice, you still have that long rope somebody can help pull you out with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you never want it to happen, but you want to be prepared in the case where if it does happen,
right,
you're ready. You've done everything you can to give yourself the best advantage of getting out.
Yourself or help somebody else.
Exactly.
Oh, there's fish. Oh.
You got there, Brent?
Oh, nice little bluegill.
It's a nice bluegill. Never mind, nice little bluegill.
Yeah. There we go. Get him back in. Another mark on the screen there.
Were you suspended there, or were you down on bottom?
Fairly close to bottom. Surprised me.
Yep.
Got a fish there?
Yep.
Get him, Daniel.
Oh, really shy. I got him up to 10 feet.
He's got to eat.
He's gone.
You blew it, eh? You blew it.
I quit.
You only got one this morning. Yeah. And 2 perch. Yeah. 2 perch. I'd like to take a big bite. And he's using tiny bucket. Really? Like a quarter ounce. Really? Huh. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, I had a bowfin swim up by his hole. The guy yelling over there? He had
out here?
A bowfin come up by his hole.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That'll be even cooler. Have a walleye come out of these holes.
Yeah, it'd be much cooler. I know it hasn't been that long, but since I put this buckshot on, I haven't had a follow, and I don't have a lot of confidence in the buckshot. So I feel like it's been on for like too long already without seeing a fish.
Right.
It's crazy because it's probably only been like 10 minutes. How do you call them in? What do you do?
Pound bottom every now and then. I go, hey, fishy, 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 fishy.
Eat the food, Tina. Oh. Fish.
Oh, there we go.
Little guy.
Oh,
Real little guy.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you know what, Dan? It's still a walleye, though, right?
Yeah. That's my first Grand River eye.
The first Grand River walleye. Not maybe quite the size you wanted, but you know what? It's just starting to get dark here a little bit, and you got yourself a fish.
Yeah.
All right. You were just saying you didn't have a lot of confidence in that spoon, not something you use all the time, and then you got hit on it.
Yeah.
All right.
If we were musky fishing, it'd be
bait.
maybe a little bit small for bait.
Yeah, but maybe. Get her back in, we'll get you a big one. Nice job.
Sounds good. There's already one there.
I was wondering at first, when I'm looking over, your rod was barely bent. That's the size Craig catches.
Ha
All right.
I got another one coming up already.
Good.
Oh, on.
Got him?
Yep.
Oh boy, Dan.
This one's a little bit better.
Oh, about
Not
the same
much.
size, eh? You know, that's really interesting, that your size class that you got going on there, Dan. I haven't seen fish that size out here before.
Well, that's kind of
That's a good thing.
that's promising. Yeah, it's a very good thing.
Yeah.
I'm being lazy and not wanting to take off my other glove. I'm gonna get cut here, but
If you need the pliers, just let me know. I got a pair over my bag there.
I have a pair actually in my thing
you
there.
go.
I don't need them. But it's, yeah, like you said, it's real interesting to see
Yeah.
a fish that size.
Yeah. Another couple years, we'll be ready for the pan.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
We'll get him
good
back in
stuff.
the water. It's pretty cold out here. There you go. It's kicking away.
Oh, boy,
Oh,
Dan.
and there's another one down there already. I need a minnow though.
So did you see those fish come in on your flasher there, Dan?
Yeah.
And did
I
you
saw that second one. I actually saw. It was there. Really small mark, right on the bottom. So it's a
Right.
fish that was on the outside. As soon as I dropped my bait down, I saw that mark start to get bigger and then rise.
He came
So,
in.
which means that fish came in from outside the cone.
Right, right.
So I was able to call him in.
Nice. That wasn't too far in between your last fish.
Oh, and there's another one there down there already, and I'm not down there.
It wasn't too long after you got that first one, so obviously there must be a school of fish going through there.
Yeah, it was like a half a second later.
Yeah.
My bait didn't hit bottom
Right, right.
before that fish came in on it.
And the same year class. So those,
Yeah.
that same year class is probably schooled together.
Yep. What kind of makes sense? You know, when you're about that size, it makes sense to swim in schools because
Yeah.
you look a little bit bigger to the predators.
To those bigger predators, yeah. Whether it's a pike or a walleye or whatever, a bigger walleye.
Yeah, I got another guy here. Oh! I got hooks in him.
Probably felt better, eh?
I probably don't have my minnow there, but it's still coming up. There's two. I take it back. I have confidence in this bait now.
That's funny, eh? How you didn't have confidence in that bait. Two fish.
Well,
back to back.
that's the thing, right? It's like I never fish it,
Yeah.
so I've never caught fish on it. But I watched you catch fish on it this morning when we were out here, and I've heard people talk about it quite a bit. So there's no reason why I shouldn't. It's just really it's in my head.
Well, that's because you're used to using certain baits, right?
Exactly.
Stuff that you have confidence in. So I've told the story many times at seminars and stuff about having confidence in the big rubber musky baits. And I didn't have confidence in them, even though I had friends that were catching fish on them. I was talking about it in the boat one day, throw it out, 5 minutes later, catch fish on it. Guess what? Now I got confidence in it.
Yep.
Now I use them all the time.
Is there a bait that works for everyone else but not for you? One that you just can't build up confidence with?
Well, it used to be the big rubber swim baits from muskie.
Okay.
It used to be that, but I wouldn't throw it enough because I didn't have the confidence. Once I got a fish on it, I throw it a little bit more. You get confidence on it, right? Now it's just one of my top 3 baits.
You know, it's getting darker. I gotta go back to the vibrato.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You actually had fish hit that earlier, right? So
Yeah. First fish of the day was on the vibrato.
yeah.
Oh, that guy ate.
There you go.
I got a reel.
There
Oh my
you
God,
go,
my reel got stuck there for a second. This one's a little better.
Oh, there you go.
Not a lot better.
Nice little walleye there. If you want
And I got another one down there. He was not shy about eating this at all.
Well, that's good. Nice. Nicely done, Dan.
You know what, Brent? I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor.
Take a picture.
That is a beautiful sunset. We got a fish. I'd like a picture.
Absolutely.
And we'll send him back and keep going. Thanks for that.
Pardon?
Thanks for the picture.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, that guy came in a little more aggressively than the last bunch of marks.
Right. So he came in and ate right away?
Pretty much. Like I lifted, he followed. As soon as I stopped, he thumped it.
One interesting thing, Dan, you got a smaller spoon on here. And a fellow that we know over there, a friend of mine, Craig, was over talking to another friend of mine, and Lucas, and he says he's been getting them on the smaller jig. So you actually switched up to that smaller jig, and since you've got 3.
Yeah, you guys have been using that bigger spoon all day. And the only one I had was much, much smaller, so I didn't bother putting it on. I was using vibratos and
which are a great bait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got one right off the
morning.
bat on it, but you can't tip them with a minnow very well.
Yeah.
They kind of go off balance, so they don't work so great. But Craig mentioned that your buddy Lucas was using the smaller one, which is really the only rattling spoon I have. So I put it on, and it's a pretty good average for fish seen to fish hits. So
Yeah. Well, you know what? This evening, I've had 1 hit that I missed. You've had a hit that you missed, I think, and you put 3 on the ice.
yeah.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that because I would say 90% of the guys or more use that spoon that's about 1.5 inches long out here.
Yeah.
And they're usually very successful with them.
Oh, this guy chased pretty fast,
Yeah.
1.5 feet, and then just stopped. Oh,
You missed one, Dan?
I must have. My minnow's gone. You know why my minnow's gone, Brett?
Because the fish ate it.
Because my hand's dry. Oh yeah, that's a better one.
Oh, there we go. Come over and see there, Dan. Another walleye. There you go. Look at that. I'm grabbing for you.
Thank you, Brett.
It's the least I can do, you know. I'm playing guide today.
Yeah, well,
I play guide all summer
you're a
long.
pretty good guide, so.
There you go. Give you your fish there.
Look how chunky he is, eh?
He's thick. He's been eating good.
Whoa, whoa. Would you say that's a keeper, Brett?
I would say so.
I don't know where my hook is. You might have said, no, okay.
You wanted to take one or two home to eat, eh?
Yeah, and I think since we just slammed them on the ice, that might be a good one to keep.
There. Yeah, give you him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go see if I can't catch a dang fish.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Good job. Well, Dan, what was it like in front of the camera today?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, we don't get a lot of opportunities to fish together, so when an opportunity like this comes up where we can set up cameras and fish, let's jump on it.
Yeah, well, you actually pulled double duty. You're in front and behind the camera. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
And, you know, it's amazing. We're here in the Egg Peninsula, and we're ice fishing for walleye, where people travel all over for that. We got it right here.
Yeah, it's pretty much in your backyard. It's not that far from me either, from Toronto, so.
Yeah, you know, there's people that come. I know people come from Burlington, Oakville, all over, you know, to come here ice fishing, and you don't have to make those long trips to the Bay of Quinte or way up north.
Yeah, and on a day where, from all accounts from everyone, it wasn't such a hot day of fishing. I mean, we made a couple adjustments based on some tips that we got, and we pulled out a pretty good day, I think.
Our numbers are pretty good compared to what a lot of people seem to do earlier today. Anyways, guys, I know the guys in the hut behind us, just three guys, are unfortunately they haven't caught a fish today, but you know what? We persevered, and you got a hot stick tonight, and not the size we're looking for, but you know what? It's still fishing, and we're still catching them, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's still a smile, still a laugh, and
yeah,
I'm not going to complain.
Excellent. We'll see you next time on Setting the Hook. I was just about to say something intelligent, and you swore.
Sorry. Look how this is tangled.
Hey folks, welcome to... I was going to say live the fish. Note to Dan, cut out when Brent said Nana fail later, because he's an idiot. Oh, what's that? Nothing.
Chapstick?
Sure. Oh, that's a great thing to do. I got some Berkeley stuff.
Hey, Brent, you got some chapstick?
Yeah.
Here, give me the chapstick.
Huh?
Let's do the chapstick thing.
It's down in my pocket.
It's in your pocket?
No, it's real chapstick.
No, the Berkeley.
It's
scent.
chapstick.
Huh?
It is chapstick.
I thought it was scent.
No, that's why I say you gotta be careful with that stuff.
Oh, I had some liquid mayhem in the bag, so.
There you go. So that's actually Berkeley chapstick, like real chapstick.
Yeah, I thought it was like the chapstick scent that I have.
No, it's actually chapstick.
That's why I was all excited. I'm like, I didn't know Berkeley made one.
This evening, folks, we're here with Setting the Hook with Dan Notarianni. I said that wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, pretty much.
I go, fishy, 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 fishy.